Welcome back to the Freezing Bear office where we dissect bad ads. Today we're going to be looking at some Spence Diamond radio ads. So let's get started. I've already made a video about Spence Diamond ads, but there has been a recent development that I'd like to talk about. On my previous video, I received a comment saying, many people may be under the impression that the Scream has been phased out from the commercials, but I'm almost positive that they're going to bring back the Scream because there's a version of it that almost seems like they are testing the waters. At the end of every Spence Diamond ad, there's always somebody going like, woo! Woo!
Spence Diamonds.
Wow! And it's kind of like their signature thing that they like to do. And originally it was done by this other guy who kind of did it almost as like a scream. Wow! So I had only heard the newer Spence Diamond Scream when I was listening to Vancouver radio stations. But recently when I was working, I was listening to it again and I heard one that had the scream in it. Like the guy that sounds like a guy's like dying or something like that. And that really caught me off guard. And it kind of made me do a double take. I was like, did somebody just get hit by a car? Wow! Did grandma just fall down the stairs?
Stable. 100.
Wow! 2 out of the 4 ads we're going to be looking through today have that scream. So they've been kind of trying to just subtly shove it in there, you know? Catch people off guard, you know? Sneak it in there when we least expect it. So let's listen to one of these ads.
The distinctive feature of every non-traditional engagement ring is that it features a far from perfect diamond.
Far from perfect.
Far from perfect. Imagine trying to sell anything else. Like, do you want to buy this car of mine? It's far from perfect, but you seem like the right person. You seem like an unconventional person that drives around in far from perfect cars. You know, the ones where the brakes don't work properly and the airbags go off at random. I just imagine at the factory, they just have this conveyor belt and all the diamonds that have fallen off and gotten scratched by other diamonds are just put into this one pile. And then they're like, well, what do we do with all these? And then this other guy's like, hey, I got a great idea. Why don't we sell them to unconventional people as non-perfect earth diamonds? Soon they'll be trying to sell the offcuts from when they make diamond blades. And they'll be like, yeah, we just took all these powdered diamonds and then we just epoxied it into this diamond shape. It's like really awesome. It's for like super unconventional people. It's for like people who've been to prison like 3 times. You know, the person that scooters on the highway instead of using the bike lane, even though they can't go over 10 miles an hour. Those kind of people, it's for them. You want to buy one of those? Epoxy dust diamond? Just wait 3 months. Spence will be on that, I swear. If you are enjoying this video, make sure to give it a like. It really helps out the channel. The woman, or Sarah as she's referred to in the ads, is always focusing on like the worst part of the ads. She's like,
far from perfect, scars and all.
They're trying to make a scratched up diamond seem cool. I'm not a big fan of diamonds anyways because it's the whole monopoly thing where they're made to be rare because they just limit the supply that can get out there to stores or whatever. So I'm a little bit jaded, or should I say diamonded. Geology joke for you there. I'm really sorry about that. Do people do this with their car? They're like, yeah, I got a bunch of scars on my car from driving through the forest to evade the police. Oh yeah, and that big dent on the front, that's when I hit a cyclist. I'm pretty proud of the marks on my car, that's why I haven't gotten them fixed. So that ad ends with a wow! That is pretty common for those ads recently. But this next ad has the new one in it. So let's have a look at this one.
Why a princess cut?
Because the square shape makes it look bigger, and they're distinctive.
Sarah, oh my God. Where did you get all that information from? That guy's like completely mind blown. So you mean that diamonds in different shapes look different? Are you kidding me? So at the end of this ad, they play the real scream, you know?
Spence Diamonds.
Wow! Now we're moving on to our third Spence Diamond ad.
The two of you have been through a lot together.
A lot.
Like that time you drove to the McDonald's drive-thru only to find that the ice cream machine was broken.
You've endured things that most people will never experience.
That's textbook pandering.
Such as the time that you locked your keys in the car.
This diamond is obviously imperfect.
Beautifully imperfect.
And that's what makes it unique.
Just like the two of you.
They're trying to create this idea of this person who's super unique and has been through stuff that nobody else has ever experienced, you know? When the people who are really gonna end up buying this diamond are ones who are like, 18 grand for a ring? Like, is there anything cheaper? And then they're like, well, we do have these scuffed up, scratched ones. And they're like, how much are they? And they're like, oh, a couple grand. They're like, sure, I'll take that.
You had a non-traditional courtship.
You need a non-traditional engagement ring.
AKA, you had a kid, and then we're like, oh, maybe we should get married. Yeah, let's go down to Spence Diamond and see if they have any rings that are just absolutely smashed up. Just because you had a non-traditional courtship doesn't mean you can't get a traditional ring. Like, if you really wanted to, you can. You walk in the store and they're like, what kind of courtship did you have? And you're like, yeah, wasn't super traditional. And they're like, okay, well, you got to go over this side of the store then. And you're like, Hey, but I wanted some of those ones. They look pretty nice over there. Like, no, sorry, those are for traditional courtships. You know, you gotta have the ones over there. Yeah, the ones that we swept off the floor of the factory. That's kind of what you gotta choose from.
A non-traditional ring isn't for everyone.
A non-traditional ring isn't for everyone, but you seem a little bit f***ed up in the head, so I think it'd be perfect for you, you know? I think you need to get one. Are they trying to sell these? Or are they trying to persuade people not to buy them? I don't know.
But is there a chance it's exactly right for you?
Meaning, we're pretty sure we can convince you into buying one of these, just with our clever tactics. They asked the customer, did you ever have a pet as a kid? And the customer's like, oh yeah, I did. And they're like, whoa, super non-traditional. Wow, amazing. Out of the charts non-traditional. Wow, you definitely got to get some of our scratched up diamonds. For sure, you fit it. They are perfect for you.
The distinctive feature of every non-traditional engagement ring is that it features a far from perfect diamond.
Far from perfect.
Again, they're putting so much emphasis on the far from perfect aspect of the diamond. If you hear far from perfect on anything, like, it doesn't make it good. There's only a few things I'd actually buy if they were advertised as far from perfect. Probably like produce and stuff like that. You know, if they're like, oh, far from perfect apples, they're slightly different shape, so they're kind of cheaper and they put them in a bag. You know, they do that with potatoes and like frozen fruits as well. So I'd do that, but like pretty much anything else advertised as far from perfect, I can't imagine it being good. Like, oh, buy this camera, it's far from perfect. It's like, hey, no, I'm not getting that camera. Buy this t-shirt, it's far from perfect. It's like, well, then what's wrong with it? Like, oh, it doesn't have like, it has one sleeve or something like that. One sleeve's longer than the other. Okay, now we're moving on to the final ad. Congratulations, you've made it this far. It's pretty tough lasting through that many Spence Diamond ads, so I commend your efforts.
Callum,
Yes, Michael.
if a person was looking for the biggest, most impressive diamond they could buy for $2,000, what would you tell them?
Are you that person?
No, it's an imaginary person.
No. I'm asking for a friend. Jeez, there's no way I'd buy anything from here.
Am I recommending an imaginary diamond?
No, you're recommending an actual diamond, one that we can sell for $2,000.
An imaginary person can't wear an actual diamond.
Callum's like, Michael, what did I say about getting high before you come to the office, okay? What is this ad concept? I have to recommend a real life diamond to an imaginary person? You see what you're putting me through?
A really spectacular created diamond.
Why a princess cut?
Because the square shape makes it look bigger.
He's like, oh, Sarah, where'd you come from? You scared the shit out of me. You can't just do that. You can't just jump out on me like that. There's too many people in these ads, and it's always like confusing, like who is where, and like who is there people, are they customers? And Michael like makes the rings, and or do they work for the store? Or like, are they the ad team coming to Callum to ask him questions about his new ring? Like, I don't get, like, what is the whole concept? Like, there's like this whole running storyline going on here, and I just don't understand it.
And at this point, I'm too afraid to ask.
So it seems that their ads for the princess cut diamonds all end with the kind of wah scream. So if you're listening to the radio and you hear a loud scream, no, your neighbor did not just shut their finger in their car door. It was a Spence Diamond ad. From listening to all these ads, it made me think it'd be kind of funny to actually go to a Spence Diamond store and then refer to the people in there like they are from the ad. I don't know what they do. Okay, we're gonna end the video here. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a like and please subscribe. And why not check out some of my other videos I've made on bad ads.